Introducing LT Defense Tactical Gear, your ultimate solution for top-notch protection and performance in the field. Our armor bundles provide unmatched safety and comfort, while our battle belts and holsters ensure quick and easy access to your gear. Stay prepared for any situation with our high-quality medical supplies, designed to keep you ready for action at all times. Looking to enhance your skills? Our firearms training programs will take your proficiency to the next level. Trust LT Defense for all your tactical gear needs and gear up.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Uncover with Dale at MBR Radio, where we're giving veterans a voice. I hope your week is going well. Today we have a special...
Here, the microphone is yours. Speak and the world will listen. Whether it's a tale of triumph, a journey through hardship, or a moment of pure joy, your voice can spark change, inspire hope, and build connections. So take a deep breath. Your story is a gift waiting to be shared.
Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Uncover with Dale at MBR Radio, where we're giving veterans a voice. I hope your week is going well. Today we have a special guest with us, Adaptive Adventures, along with our special co-host, V, Erica, and Joel. Today's music is by Sean Warren and Ellie Barber. Now to our special guests, Adaptive Adventures. We have Chelsea and Nikki with us. I want to thank you again for joining us today, Chelsea. Adaptive Adventures is a national 501c3 nonprofit organization headquartered out of Colorado. Adaptive Adventures brings a progressive outdoor adventures to individuals with physical disabilities and their families, regardless of location, equipment, needs, or economic status. So Chelsea, tell me again, before we jump into what Adaptive actually does, how did you guys get involved with it? Are you from a military family?
Yes, so I am. So my dad was a disabled Vietnam veteran, and I actually got introduced to the programs by coming out and seeing what one of the kayaking sessions was like. Okay. And so I started volunteering in 2010 and then started working for the organization in 2014. I became the military manager, so managing all of our programs, and then became the executive director in 2017.
Bless your heart.
Yeah, and my dad was very involved in our programs for the last 5 years of his life. He had so much fun getting to do all the things that we do. So
that is awesome. Yeah. Now, how many states are you guys in? How many locations nationwide?
Yeah, so currently we serve over 30 states, and this week we actually launched our first program ever in Guam. Oh, cool. And I just got back from running Veterans Day programs in Puerto Rico.
Oh my gosh.
Sweet.
I want to go to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Have you went there?
It's pronounced Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico? Yep, that's the accent again, right?
No, I went there once while I served, but I haven't been back. But yeah, I would love to go back.
Yeah.
And it's good to see you again, Chelsea. I'm sorry I didn't give you a big hug when I walked in.
No worries.
But,
he can be a little distant.
Yeah, that
personal.
bipolar PTS crap.
Yeah.
Just like, how Joel used that TBI excuse, that's my excuse. So.
Yeah, it was really his personality.
But, it came along way before the trauma.
Yeah, exactly. So what type of activities? You guys have a plethora. I know I've done the skiing, dragon boat, but you have so many other.
Yeah, so we do cycling, climbing, kayaking, paddleboarding, dragon boat racing, and skiing are our primary sports. And we offer programs locally in Colorado where we're headquartered, but then we also establish sustainable programs in unserved communities and specifically partner with the VA nationally.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do you reach out to veterans? Like, I know you do some advertisements. You work with the VA, of
Yes.
course.
Yeah. Yeah. So some of our programs are focused specifically working with different veteran service organizations or VA medical centers where
Mhm.
people are coming to us as an inpatient or outpatient. But then we also have a ton of programs that are open to the general community to register. And all of our programs are provided free of charge. So that's not a barrier to participation.
Oh, that's amazing.
And yeah,
Yeah.
and so really anybody can go on our website, adaptiveventures.org, and sign up for a program that they're interested in.
Oh my gosh. And that includes transportation, food and lodging.
So it depends on the type of program.
Mhm.
Most of our programs are like a single day experience, but we do
Okay.
have some camps like ski camp that you've been
Yep,
on.
yep.
But we have programs like Dragon Boat where it's a full season where you participate for the full season and then participate in a race at the end.
Mhm.
Or we have where you can just come out and try an adaptive cycle or be a part of a clinic that's multiple days and learn how to fix your own bike and what type of adaptive bike is right for you. So lots of different options.
One thing I really love about your organization, well, there's so many things I love about your organization, is
Mhm.
you work with each veteran on a case by case situation, like whether they have PTSD,
Yes.
whether there's severe body injuries that they've
Mhm.
sustained. You even make custom
Yeah.
equipment
Yeah.
like on site. Is crazy. We go to like these biking events. V, you've been to them, and
Yep.
they're fixing up this bike right there on site to fit this specific veteran.
Yep. Yep. And it's really important to us to stay on the cutting edge of technology of equipment. So if something doesn't exist, we'll help make it exist. So we
Yeah.
actually have a program with university human design and engineering programs where we try to come up with innovative solutions to
Mhm.
complex problems. And the market for adaptive equipment is, relatively
Huge.
small. So it's hard for, if there is something that's really unique, we usually have to make it up. And so sometimes it's duct tape and PVC on the spot, and other times it's more sophisticated. But, when people tell me that they think that they can't do it,
Mhm.
they really can. We have bikes that you can operate with your chin. There are so many different adaptations available to make things accessible.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, did you have something to say? Or?
I do have a question. So one of the things that I've been kind of harping you guys on I was for a while, but
Uh-oh,
I
here we
haven't been
go.
involved for a little bit. Craig and I go way back. I've known Craig since 2013. And I saw him recently at the National Disabled Veterans Golf Clinic. He was
Yep.
out there doing some rock climbing
Yep.
and with his wife, his beautiful wife, and trying to get back into rock climbing. Had some a lot of issues with my hands. I'm old, man. Give me a break.
Yeah, he's back
But-
in the day.
but,
Back in the-
Have you guys thought about doing more mountain biking? Because I'm a huge
Yeah.
participant with mountain biking.
Yeah,
and-
we just are kind of closing out a equipment campaign, a capital campaign for equipment, and part of that was getting some adaptive mountain bikes. And but the way that our clinics are structured, we really are trying to get people that first experience of getting out and then learning to get their own equipment. So
Mm.
we've really tried to diversify the amount of equipment that we have in the trailers,
Mhm.
including a lot of electric assist and different things so that one of the signature programs that we provide is those VA adaptive cycling clinics where veterans can qualify for an adaptive cycle through the VA, and making sure that we have all of the equipment available that can be granted by the VA, so that people can try it, get the hours in that they need in order to qualify. So that's really been really important to
Yeah.
us to make sure that we have everything that's
Yeah.
available, and adaptive mountain bikes is part of that.
Yeah. So I know that's an area that the VA is progressing in, because I know for the longest time it was primarily road bikes that
Mhm.
you could get from the VA. But yeah, I've noticed that they
Yeah,
are starting to progress.
they've slowly started to add that, and that's for accessibility of people who don't live in city areas. So
Yeah, and this last year I did some with NSCD. They have a mountain bike program, and we went up to South Table, and they had like 3 or 4 recumbents, and I brought my mountain bike and everything and getting ready to ride. And one of the guys says, "Hey, anybody want to try recumbent?" And nobody said yes. And I'm like, you know what? Let me try it. Oh my God, they're so fun.
Aren't they? I know.
Every time I went up there, I didn't even ride my bike. I didn't even bring my bike. After the
Right.
second
Yeah.
time I went up there, didn't even bring my bike. I just rode the recumbents,
Yeah.
and they're so fun.
Well, so fun,
Mhm.
and it's so great for people who have back pain.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah, yeah.
It's just it's such a much more comfortable experience than
Mhm.
one of the most common comments we get after somebody does ride a recumbent for the first time is like, "Wow, I don't feel like I'm in pain," and
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, that's the magic of being in a better position and having
Mhm.
the support that you
Different
need.
muscles
Yeah.
using
Mhm.
different. Yeah, I jumped on Erica's. You saw at the
Yeah.
crank around the clock, and I'm like, oh my God, it's like laying on a couch. Got my feet up, and I'm just like, because I have my e-bike, which is huge, but I just noticed the difference in my back,
Mhm.
being on the incumbent,
Yeah,
just more
for sure.
comfortable and maneuvering the bike with the steering wheels.
Yeah.
The pedal, what do you call them?
Yep.
Or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
So, as you know, Uncover with Dell, we talk a lot about mental health on the
Yeah.
show. And so dealing with so many different veterans, some veterans, they don't want you to approach them. They want to be alone. Sometimes at certain events, they rather just kind of go off and do their own thing. How do you guys approach that? Veterans suffering from PTSD, anxiety,
Yeah.
like me. You just
Yeah,
kinda-
I say, well, me personally, I approach everybody as if they have a traumatic brain injury and PTSD.
Mhm.
And just kind of keeping that in mind because most everybody has trauma.
Oh, yeah.
And just we do a lot of training of our staff and volunteers. And we try to be extremely mindful of the environment that we're creating for people. And, sometimes the people who come and are the person who's standing off in the distance and
Mhm.
really not interacting are the ones who then end up becoming the most involved in the future. And
Yeah.
one of my absolute favorite people that has come through our organization, he was like that. He came to our Dragon Boat program. And actually, before he came, he had signed up like 20 times. And I was
Oh,
like,
wow.
so I finally called him and I said, hey, you keep signing up, but you don't keep coming out. So
Yeah.
what's going on? Do you need a ride, some encouragement?
Mhm.
And he was like, no, come out. And for like the first couple of weeks, just totally not interested in being there.
Yeah.
And then as we progressed through the season, he really started to enjoy the program. And at the very end of the season, we were at the Dragon Boat Festival and he pulled the whole team together and he said, I have stage 4 lymphoma. I had
Mhm.
decided not to treat because I had nothing to live for. And now I found a community and a family with Adaptive Adventures. And so
that's
we
awesome.
went
Wonderful.
with him to infusions and all the things. And he became cancer free, became a volunteer, and Joel's probably met him before. And then, he is now a donor. So,
Oh my gosh.
I mean, just really, it's one of those things where, if you build a community where people feel included, and I think that's one of the
Mhm.
unique things about Adaptive Ventures is most of our staff have a visible or invisible disability, and it helps us to kind of meet people where they are in their pain and trauma, and help them to see that their life's not over and they can be active and be in a community of support. So
That's awesome. I love that about your organization. I have my conditions I have, and sometimes I'm a little quiet or, but sometimes I force myself to communicate and get out there. I know some people don't believe that, but I am kind
No,
of.
you showed up to pickleball last Friday.
Yeah, yeah.
I had my doubts, but you showed up.
Yeah, I showed up and mingle with everybody, but I do have my awkwardness and anxiety, which can kind of be crippling. It's crippled me in the past.
And I think that's everybody. Because
Really?
well, yeah, because I mean, think about it. When you usually go to a funeral, okay, you don't really know anybody.
No.
You like knew the person that died. That's the only person you knew. So already you've got that awkwardness, and just multiply that times 10 with our anxiety.
Yeah,
everybody has that.
Yeah.
They just
I mean, some can be worse than others. I know it's crippled me in the past. Certain
Or if you go to a
events.
big function like a graduation or a reunion, even you see your little groups. Either this part of the family's over here.
the
This group.
clicks.
Yeah, you kind of gravitate towards your own little and you might not even communicate with some people in that
Mhm.
the whole evening, you know, so because you're in
Yeah.
your little clique. So
Yeah, so adaptive has always made me feel welcome. So, and we're talking to adaptive now. We're going to go ahead and take a short break. We're going to come back with adaptive and discuss some more events they have coming up and how you can get involved. Thank you again for tuning in to Uncover with Dale.
Stats tell that each day, 22 veterans commit suicide due to PTSD. These stats shook us and urged us to do our part. After hours and hours of thinking, Beekeeping for Veterans was born. Beekeeping for Veterans combines beekeeping with mindfulness meditation. Why combine them? Here's why. Beekeeping causes positive rush of adrenaline while beekeeping. You have to be calm during it. You are mindful of your movements. Each week, a veteran will receive a mindful meditation to build emotional and mental skill sets. Mindfulness is a set of 3 attentional skills that work together: concentration, sensory clarity, and equanimity, mental calmness, composure, evenness of temper. Every time mindfulness is practiced, we build these skills. Beekeeping for Veterans not only helps veterans overcome emotional trauma, but also aids our environment, as without bees, there is no food. Come forward. The people who have supported your country now need your support.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
And we're welcome back to Uncover with Dale at MBR Radio, where we're giving veterans a voice. Today, we have a special guest with us, Adaptive Adventures. Adaptive Adventures is a national 501c nonprofit organization headquartered out of Colorado. Adaptive Adventures brings progressive outdoor adventures to individuals with physical disabilities and their families, regardless of location, equipment needs, or economic status. So we are talking with Chelsea today, and she's just kind of giving us a rundown on everything Adaptive offers, including, the special events. Everything is paid for. If you're a veteran and you're interested in Adaptive, we will be placing the website in the chat so you can reach out to them directly if you're interested in a winter sports clinic, whether it could be skiing, biking, dragon boat racing, and more. Adaptive offers a plethora of activities for you to get involved in. Chelsea, is there anything upcoming that you would like to share for any veterans, any activities?
Yeah, so we have a lot of programs going on all the time. So depending upon the region that you're in, you may be, if you're in Arizona, we have Dragon Boat going on right now. Tampa, we have Dragon Boat going on right now. We have climbing programs all over the country.
It's like the indoor climbing. See, that's one thing I haven't tried yet. Okay.
Indoor climbing goes on all the time. And then we have starting in December, we will have our indoor cycling and indoor rowing programs.
Nice.
Then we'll continue our indoor climbing, and then we'll have a new ski program starting locally here in Colorado. So we're really
cool.
excited about that. That's on the Front Range. So you don't have to actually go to the mountains to do it. So that's really exciting.
Cool.
And just so many different opportunities. We run 650 programs a year. So even if you're in another state, you can look and see what we have. And if we don't have a program for you in your state, you can always reach out to us and we can get you connected with an adaptive sport organization that does serve.
That's awesome. Yeah, I really love. You guys have done the Dragon Boat, Erica and V. Did you do it?
No, I haven't done it.
You haven't?
No, I have not done it. I've heard about it.
Test.
That's a perfect segue for another ambassador of yours, Gary Verrazano.
Yes.
I know Gary quite well, and I just talked to Gary. I know he's in rehab right now.
Yes, he is.
He hurt himself doing Dragon Boat, didn't he?
Yeah, he had been having some shoulder issues for a little while, and then finally he had a tear that kind of put him out. But he's repaired. He's doing well. I saw
That's
him
good.
just 2 days ago, and we're so excited for him to get back into the office. He volunteers about 40 hours a week, so we're really excited.
Gary's
to
awesome.
See him
Yeah,
again.
Gary's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to have him on the
Personality.
show.
No, I'm gonna have it on my show.
We're going to have him, both of them. He's a very, he is more than willing, and I feel bad because I haven't gotten to visit him yet, but I want to go visit him. And we kind of lost touch there for a while, but we've reconnected. It's weird because he'll call me out of the blue, or I'll call him out of the blue, and we're like, dude, what's up? Hey, But yeah, he's very active. Very active.
Well, our holiday party coming up on December 7th.
Oh, yeah.
We always do our Volunteer of the Year award, but we renamed it to the Gary Verrazano Award because he was winning it every year. So now we just recognized him every year that way. But it was funny when I was visiting him in rehab just 2 days ago. They had named a sandwich after him in the rehab.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, he's amazing. He's an amazing guy. Always a great personality.
Yeah.
Never complaining about anything. You know, not unlike V. You know, he's just really positive.
Us paisans got to stick together. You know, he's my hero.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to emulate his ways. I'm not doing a very good job. But I'm trying to emulate. So that you said that's December 7th.
December 7th. Yes.
All right, give us.
We should all carpool.
Yeah,
save some gas.
Give us the skinny.
Yeah. So, well, we have we provide dinner, and it's really exciting because it's going to be our open house for our new space. So we are expanding into the space next door to us, and it will be our new adaptive education center.
Oh my gosh, you guys are just
we'll be running programs out of that location, running trainings, and just having a bigger footprint right here at home. So.
That's wonderful, man.
What's the time and location?
That's on our
It's
website,
on the email. Yeah,
at
website email.
adaptiveventures.org.
Read your emails, V.
I think it's 5:30 and at our Westminster location.
Okay.
Headquarters, yes.
Yeah, that'd be cool. We should do something like a joint radio thing with Adaptive one day, like a special events. What do you think, Joel?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, sure. I love the idea.
Yeah.
We did something with Project Sanctuary, or not Project Sanctuary. Well, we did.
Well, you with the
We
99.
did something with the MLK Gratitude. We did something with them.
MLK. Project ML Gratitude.
Project ML Gratitude. Yeah.
Hey, MLK is good
It's
too.
that darn TBI again. Damn it. We want to put a stranglehold on it.
Hey, I'll be like Biden and slap you in the ass. How about that? Okay.
I must have missed that news.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't miss much. Let me tell you, you didn't miss much.
Oh man, so that's cool. So we got Erica in the house. I forgot to. She snuck in
welcome,
here on
girl.
us.
She brought us some CBD muffins.
Yeah, some magic mushroom.
Yeah,
magic muffins.
Magic mushrooms.
Am I going to be a Smurf?
That's
We just
great.
need to turn you blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. Well, cool. So I don't know about you guys, but my favorite adaptive, what I kind of mentioned earlier is a dragon boat. Which one's your guys' favorite activity with adaptive?
I really like the rock climbing, and like I said, I'm excited about them branching out with mountain biking. You know, and they used to do it, you know, and I know you could talk more about this, Rachel, about you guys used to do the Jackson Hole. They don't do that no more.
Yeah, well, actually, so there's an organization called T-Town Adaptive that runs that program still. So you can still participate in it, just not through us. But our goal is always to not duplicate services that are already provided. So if there's someone else who's able to do it, some of those ski programs that we have ran in the past that even Joel has participated on are ones that, you know, at the time we were kind of acting as a travel agent and helping get veterans to those programs that were growing. And as those programs have grown, they don't need us as much to help facilitate that. So it's a good thing because it means that they're getting sustainable on their own. And so, you know, we're always reevaluating and shifting how we're doing programming and what's making the most impact. And in the last couple of years, we've really been known for the programs that we've been running in some of the U.S. territories and growing programs there. So, but yeah, we just are excited. V, you should come out to, we have some nighttime rides that are trail rides. Erica's done that.
Are you guys
before,
sending
too.
anybody up to the ski spectacular?
We will have staff there, and Chris will be doing the ski safety for the event. So, yep, we'll be up there I'll be up there. It's Giving Tuesday, Colorado Gives Day time. So yeah, but yeah, we'll be up there and have some of our staff getting training and just interacting with the whole community, the amazing community of adaptive sports. So
Nice.
Fantastic.
yeah.
Now, do you guys, did you mention you do like, what is it, the skiing where you're on a flat surface? What is that?
Nordic skiing.
Yeah, I want to try that. Is it hard?
We don't do a lot of Nordic skiing, but
it's less
that
scary.
is something
It's less
you
scary.
can do at Ski Spectacular and also at the Winter Sports Clinic.
Okay.
That is offered, and I think NSCD also does some Nordic. So.
I know you're using different muscles because you don't have the downhill to, you know, I had kind of a fall last year. So I'm like, maybe I'm take it easy this year and I'll do something a little different, you know, like
yeah. I mean, you got to find your niche.
Yeah.
I mean, I still want to get back up there, but it was ice underneath the snow and I was going too fast on this ski bike.
It happened.
Yeah. It's like it was all a blur.
You doing endo or what happened?
What do you mean?
End over.
Yeah, I landed on top of it and my shoulder popped out and it was
Owie.
Yeah.
You're selling that ski bike, Dale.
I know.
I have fun.
Yeah. I'm like,
Erica's a pro.
Last year was a little bit different because there wasn't as much snow and it was a little bit more icy and employees weren't really aware of the adaptive people. And when I got on the first lift, I was like, we were like, slow it down. And the guy wasn't even near the lift. And according to Callie, I used a lot of F-bombs. More than I only remember 3. And thank goodness my volunteer, he kept me upright and I was still cursing up a storm. And then still didn't slow it down. And poor Gary, he was next and he tippled over. And one of the volunteers tippled. I was like, no, put me back on the smaller hill. We're not doing this crap.
No.
But it was so much fun.
Yeah.
I've only fallen twice. But it's more like a tip over. It's like, into a snowdrift.
That's always nice. Is this through Ignite or what program?
No, this is through our Keystone.
Oh, yeah, Keystone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Keystone, Breckenridge, Adaptive.
Mm-hmm.
They're wonderful people as well.
Yeah. They've been longtime partners of ours, the Keystone Adaptive Center and Breckenridge Outdoor Education Center. Amazing programs, one of the best adaptive ski programs in the country.
I've never been able to get into that camp, that BOEC camp.
Yeah, they're great. They're really great.
It's a tough camp to get into.
Yeah.
Is it hard to get in?
Yeah. I mean, you know, some of those programs it's challenging because there's long wait lists and stuff. So when we open our ski camp programs, we usually have about 700 registrations in the first day.
Oh, wow.
So for applications. So it's very competitive on that. But the great thing is there's programs on almost every mountain. So you can apply for a lot of different programs. Telluride, Adaptive, Crested Butte, they all have programs. So
yeah, thank you so much for reaching out to me last year. It was a good opportunity, to do that. Yeah. So and give some other veterans a chance this year to get involved with those amazing programs you have going on and everything. So what else have you done with Adaptive, Eric? You did the skiing, the biking, and
Dragon boat.
yeah.
Yep. Don't climb. My hips don't move that way.
Yeah.
My hips don't lie.
Well, I want to try the rock climbing as well.
Oh, kayaking. We didn't have that much kayak Chatfield this year.
Yeah.
That was also that was a fun.
Yeah, this year we're gonna kind of rotate where our multi-sport days are, which is like a really great place to do cycling, climbing, kayaking, and paddleboarding with us. We're going to do them at different locations across the Front Range. So
cool.
Not just doing them at Chatfield State Park, but going to some different locations and giving people an opportunity. So
that'd be awesome. Yeah. Especially
and give some different scenery. So.
Yeah, those are always fun days.
Yeah.
Then you get out and just
do
different stuff at different locations.
Yeah, it's good to hear that you guys are going to be moving around because I'm kind of out in the sticks. So if you guys can have some stuff out there towards me, that'd be great. You know, because I normally just drive up.
Yeah,
to
we're
wherever.
planning that we'll most likely be doing programs at Kurt Gowdy, so starting all the way up in Wyoming, then going to Boyd Lake
Oh,
and
I
nice.
love
Loveland
Boyd
and,
Lake.
I
and
haven't been there
Stanley
either.
Lake and
Kurt Gowdy is
Westminster, and
nice.
then
Yeah.
Chatfield and Littleton. So just
Yeah.
kind of go all the way down I-25. So
And do you plan on keeping the dragon boat training? What part of town is it in again? By
yeah,
your office?
well,
or is
we're
it-
gonna start the indoor training in December. But
Okay.
then outdoor training starts in April
Okay.
and goes through July. So
Okay. And what days of the week is the indoor training?
It's,
I would like to do that this year.
that's a great question. I think we scheduled it, if I remember off the top of my head, for Tuesdays.
Okay.
And then during the season, our sessions are on Mondays.
Okay.
So yeah.
And how does that work? Once you get trained up with Dragon Boat, how are you able to? Because I know you guys go to Puerto Rico and other places to compete. I know you have to be really good to get up to that level.
Well, so everybody who practices, well, it depends on what location of the country. But if we're just talking about Colorado, everybody participates in the Colorado Dragon Boat Festival. Right. But we do have the opportunity for folks who are interested to go and experience some of our programs in other locations like Tampa and Phoenix and Puerto Rico. Yeah. So
okay. Let's pick up on that when we get back. We are talking with Adaptive today on Uncover with Dale. We're going to take a quick break and we're going to play a commercial here, Deep Thought of the Day, and how you can be the change in a damaged world, be the change you want to see. We'll be right back.
Out of balance and you fell into the ocean again. My heart was sinking when I saw you didn't know how to swim. Tried to pull you out, you said just let me drown. You won't let go of all the things that bring you down. Then I jumped into the water, darkness covered my head. You pulled me down into the deep, I tried to give you my breath, but you didn't care. I touched your face and said, I've gotta let you go, I'm running out of air. Ooh, I can finally see you don't give a fuck about me. What was I fighting for? I guess I'll never know. Can't do this anymore. I'm swimming for the shore. Took off my cape, this superhero will not save you again. You are the one who wears a mask. You are the one who pretends that you don't need my help. Now I've got nothing left. Maybe the bravest thing I can do is to save myself. I can finally see you don't give a fuck about me. What was I fighting for? I guess I'll never know. Can't do this anymore. I'm swimming for the shore. Tried to give you my breath, but I've got nothing left. Maybe the bravest thing I can do is to save myself. Fuck about me. What was I fighting for? I guess I'll never know. Can't do this anymore. I'm swimming for the shore.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
And we are back with Uncover with Dale. Today we have a special guest with us, Adaptive Adventures. Adaptive Adventures brings progressive outdoor adventures to individuals with disabilities and their families, regardless of location, equipment, needs, or economic status. We're talking with Chelsea today. So during the break, we were actually talking a little bit about you. You guys are going to start offering like a self-defense.
Well, we're going to have we're expanding to our adaptive education center. So we are going to be running indoor programs and providing some different unique opportunities for training for our community and just some different things to engage in together in general. So, we've had like an adaptive self-defense group that reached out to us to do some things like that.
That's
and
pretty cool.
And so we're just going to make it a really fun place for people to come and experience what we do and learn more. And we have a really nice built out bike shop in the back so people can come get their bikes worked on. And we've got some volunteers who help support that. So,
and you also train people on how to do maintenance on their own bikes. That is so cool.
Yeah, which is a huge challenge of having an adaptive cycle because they are, they're delicate. They're delicate. Yeah. they're delicate. So, regular bike shops don't usually know how to fix them. So, it's important to have that knowledge and skill set. And so, we're able to provide that, and it's a nice thing that we can do for the community. But, we're always looking for more bike mechanics who are interested in supporting too.
Oh, okay. Well, Erica, Joel, you guys, some mechanic.
I know just enough to get in trouble. I have all the tools and everything I ride with, but I don't, as far as using them.
I know, right? Same here. I got my saddle bags. It's like, I'm not doing them with those saddle bags. I mean, they have like emergency food in them along with my tools and everything, but I'm not doing that with it. So you guys are getting ready to celebrate your 25th anniversary. That's amazing.
25 years.
Wow.
So we're really excited about that. We, have been kind of doing a campaign around that and telling some stories from our community, which has really been fun. And we just put some new ones up on YouTube just the other day of just kind of, just where we've come and how far we want to go. So, at the holiday party we were talking about, we'll talk about our vision for the next couple of years. And we're just grateful to still be here. A lot of nonprofits don't make it to this point. So we're really excited about, just being able to continue our mission and growing and serving.
Okay. And we were during the break, I was going to save this for last, but you talk about the funding. You were talking about the funding and how can people contribute to Adaptive Adventures?
So we rely on a lot of different sources for funding, sponsorships, individual giving. Right now we have a giving campaign around our 25 years, which is $25 a month. And, that goes a long way because it helps to provide cash to the organization on a regular basis and something that we can rely on budgeting wise. But we receive funding from the VA nationally, which helps support our military programs, and the DAV and TriWest, and which is really helpful in providing those services. But the dollar doesn't go as far anymore, especially with all the travel that we do. Traveling is expensive now, but we want to always make sure that location is never a barrier to people's participation. So
and so people can tune into your website. There's is there a Q code or whatever they call it?
Adaptive Adventures, adaptiveadventures.org /donate will take you to the donate page, and that's a great place to support. And we have a really exciting campaign going on right now for the year-end campaign. Giving for Colorado Gives Day we'll get a triple match, so we're really excited about that. So it's a really great time time for people to support.
Yeah, we talk about you guys all the time on the show. I mean, you're just a rare, amazing organization who really cares about veterans. You meet them where they are. I know you guys have truly been a blessing to everybody in this room.
Thank you.
With just physical health, mental health, and getting out the house.
Yeah.
Because we talk about how isolation is so dangerous for your mental health. And so with Adaptive, you're able to collaborate with other veterans, encourage each other, whether you're on the Strava app. I'm connected to Erica and a few other veterans on Strava and Adaptive. And, we encourage each other. We see each other walking, like, oh, cool, she did 3 miles today. So it's just a huge community of care that veterans can plug into. So if you're listening, definitely go to their website, check out all the events that they offer. There's just unlimited opportunities to get involved. Erica, during the break, you were talking something about the water sports or the dragon boat you wanted to talk about, or
where the origins of the dragon boat.
Yeah.
How did you get into because the first or second year that I did it was so amazing. Once we docked back in and all the volunteers came up to the boat and they're carrying, whose leg is this? Whose cart is that?
Yeah.
It's just a wonderful, it's people from all abilities, different walks of life. There's civilians, veterans, and it's just a wonderful community of getting people together and doing things that as a team, and you become one.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful.
Yeah. So I actually started with the Dragon Boat program right when it first started at Adaptive with Chris Wiegand. So they had asked him to coach, and he had brought me along to coach with him. And I had never done Dragon Boat before, but I fell so in love with it. When you're first doing the practices, like, oh, okay, we're going out and paddling a boat. But then when you get into a race situation and the horn goes off and it's like pure effort for 30 seconds to 2.5 minutes. It's just such a great feeling and a feeling of accomplishment as a team together. And we do pretty well. When my dad was on the team, we had an all Vietnam veteran team, and they beat like the CU Denver team. And it was just like so much crap talking, beating these college students, and it's just so fun. And the Dragon Boat community in general is just so supportive of our program, and so it's just really cool because there isn't an adaptive category. We're just out there with everybody else, but it's so funny when you see like maybe a team beats us by a few seconds, and then like they're all proud of themselves, and then they get to the dock, and then they see us like putting people into their wheelchairs, put legs back on and arms back on.
I know, right?
And then they're like,
awesome.
oh my goodness. Yeah.
We keep up with them.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly.
They kind of pipe down a little bit after that. Like,
You're like, we're able-bodied and we almost got beat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the day I showed up, everyone was so helpful. They gave me a special thing to wear over my shoulder to support it while I was paddling and stuff. It was really cool. And they're like, okay, Dale, you sit here. We're going to be a team, you and I. And they just took me under their wing, and, next thing you know, Chris is blowing the horn and making jokes. He's like talking smack about me being a Coast Guard, and we take off. We would take off in the boat. It was just cool. It was an amazing experience. I definitely want to look forward to getting back into that eventually. So,
and speaking of Gary, the Adaptive, you guys created a paddle for him because so he can participate in Dragon Boat. So that is, and you do a lot of innovating and engineering. I see a lot of stuff that Gary participates on how to get others into the sports. It's wonderful.
Yeah. Well, and Gary, so we have that one arm paddle that we helped design, but we actually have several universities working on new designs for Gary. And there's some really cool things that the students have come up with that we're really excited about. And then this last year we worked with a manufacturer on new adaptive seats. And so now those are going to be widely available to anybody in the world, to be able to get those seats. And I think that's a really great gift, just to the world in general, because Dragon Boat is one of the largest sports in the world, and a lot of people don't realize that, but it's very popular.
Yeah. We do plan on having Jatea on the show eventually, and I know you guys have worked with her. She was in the Paralympics in France,
in Puerto Rico with me.
Yeah, I mean that girl is just amazing. She's like all over the world, and I know you guys have sponsored her on some events. Because she does the fencing.
Well, she actually tried fencing at our multi-sport day, and that was like a great opportunity. But hand cycling across Africa. I mean, not a lot of people can say they've done that. So.
She's so inspirational. The boxing, she does boxing and everything. It's just amazing.
Yeah, when I first met her, she was doing whitewater programs, and I went and was out there with her, and it was when I first met her, and that was probably the first year I got involved in adaptive, probably 2010 or so.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Now, I think I asked earlier, but actually, we're going to go ahead and take a little quick break, and we're going to come back. We're going to ask you about your international presence. We're talking with Adaptive today, Dale, on Uncover with Dale. We will be right back after this break. Thank you.
Too big, wanting to grow up way too quick, searching for spotlights since I was 6. Hello, my name is Dream Too Big. Hello, my name is way too loud. My voice can cut right through a crowd. God make fun of for it, but who's laughing now? Hello, my name is way too loud. I know I've had my moments and I've had heartaches, but God is making miracles out of my mistakes. You can say I won't make it, and I can tell you that I don't really care. 'Cause hello, my name is going somewhere. Far. Lost all my words in a mason jar. Locked eyes with a stranger at the end of the bar. Hello, my name is You'll Go Far. Well, hello, my name is One More Try. I put too much stock in bad advice, 'cause anything worth leaving is worth loving twice. You're never gonna leave the ground. You can tell us all about it when you come back around. Hello, my name is Get Knocked Down. Hello, my name is Stand Back Up. Keep moving even when it gets rough. I've given so much, but I ain't giving up. Hello, my name is Stand Back Up. I know I've had my moments and I've had heartaches, but God is making miracles out of my mistakes. You can say I won't make it, and I can tell you that I don't really care. 'Cause hello, my name is going
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
And we are back with Uncover with Dale at MBR Radio, where we're giving veterans a voice. Today we have a special guest with us, Adaptive Adventures. They're based out of Colorado. And we're actually sitting down with Chelsea. So during the break, we were talking about that you had recently partnered with a hospital.
Yeah, so we partner with a lot of hospitals. Locally here, we partner with Craig Hospital, and we help get their inpatients and outpatients with new spinal cord injuries, traumatic brain injuries out and active like right after injury. So within like 6 weeks of their injury, which I think is great.
Yeah.
It's one of those programs where we really get to see that aha moment where they perceived impossible becomes possible for somebody and also their family, to like think, oh gosh, like they're not going to be able to do anything. And then they get out in a kayak or get out cycling. And then it's like, we still can be active. And I think that's really important.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is wonderful.
Like Lauren Slack. She's another one that's just inspiring.
Yeah.
I think I know that she had an accident, but she's just come a long ways in the 2 years that I've seen her.
Yeah, definitely.
And
she loves Dragon Boat.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Like
Who doesn't like Dragon Boat?
It's so awesome and powerful to see people come out of their shell. Like you said, and they,
for sure.
When they're at first start anything, or even if it's a veterans camp, everyone's kind of doing their own thing, kind of keeping to themselves, and then you see them blossom, and that is so powerful, so awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I think I know you guys for sure have helped me, come out of my shell. And well, sometimes I have a shell, sometimes I don't, but it just depends on the day. But we're what does that say?
We're here for you, not for us.
Yeah, that's I was trying to.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Gotcha. So let's back.
Thanks for giving away the magician trick.
Sorry,
Sheesh.
sorry, I'm like confused here. What does that mean?
That's
But
okay.
let's backtrack just a little bit. During the break, we were talking about your beginnings, adaptive beginnings. Can you kind of give us a little bit?
So we were founded in 1999 by two individuals with physical disabilities who saw a need for getting people out in adventure experiences and outside of the Paralympic route, because 30 years ago that was kind of the main way to go into something a little bit more progressive. And we started out with an accessible houseboat trip on Lake Powell. Then we started doing some ski camps in like Jackson Hole and Targhee, even in Banff, Canada. And then we in about 2014, when I became the military manager, we really kind of realized that we had a niche in being able to be mobile and take our programs to other areas and serve underserved communities and establish programs. And so it's really important to us. We have a lot of veterans who volunteer and help run those sustainable programs, and even VA therapists. And I think that's really cool to see that the VA therapists are so bought into providing the programs to their veterans. And the VA gets a lot of bad press sometimes, and we get to see the really positive side of that, of even in like Hawaii, we have a climbing program that happens 2 times a week, and the VA therapist runs that program. And so we train them, provide the equipment, and now they run the program on an ongoing basis. So really small beginnings, but we're still a small team. We only have 9 staff, but run a lot of programs, 650 a year, get to 38 VA medical centers each year. But we continue to try to keep growing and getting to that kind of mid-sized nonprofit stage. So,
and you're being modest, but you have your reach is far reaching, because like, for example, I can only speak for our VA, but the gals over there in our rec therapy program, you guys have a lot of sway. And they really listen to you.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
You guys, you speak volumes to them, and they really respect what you guys say, and you guys have helped them really establish, the guidelines that they follow for a lot of the guidelines.
I appreciate
programs.
that.
Yeah.
And they have actually, like Kat and Jesse, they're in charge. They got their own van, their own bikes now,
their own trailer.
Their own trailer. So
that's a new thing that we've been doing, is really trying to help them establish their own trailer system. So we've done that in a couple of different places: Washington D.C., Salt Lake City, Denver, Puerto Rico, helping them to get their own trailers and have their own bikes and stuff, and really make it truly sustainable, where, if we were gone tomorrow, they would still have that program. So and training everybody so that they can be experts in the field too. So, and it's awesome when we have those therapists that are excited to learn and to continue to grow the programs to serve more.
Yeah, I definitely, again, you guys have definitely been amazing support in my life, and hopefully I will get my husband out there eventually. What would you like to leave us with today, as far as any veterans that are going to watch this? Just share anything about your program.
Yeah, I think, if you were active, before injury or illness, it's hard if you end up on the couch for even a small amount of time to be active again. And it can be scary and daunting to come out to a program, but you just got to take that first step. And, the first time you feel those endorphins again and being active, it's like a drug. You get hooked on it, and you want to be more and more active. And so I just think it's really important to take that leap of faith initially, and you will find a community of people and feel that camaraderie of being a part of a unit and being with others. And I think one of the things that I love about our program so much is we do have programs that are just focused on veterans, but we also have integrated with civilians. And we get feedback all the time from veterans saying that they love that it is integrated with the civilian community, because there's a lot to learn from each other, and especially civilians who've had disabilities their whole life and know all the tips and tricks, and for somebody that may just be starting their journey. So
yeah. And one thing I do want to mention, especially with your biking program, e-bikes are welcome. So if you have an e-bike like me, don't be embarrassed. Get on out there. And start riding with everybody, whether it's around Washington Park or wherever they might be.
And, we try to provide a wide variety of different ability levels of programs. So whether you want that just really beginner, basic, I'm coming out and just experiencing this for the first time, or you want to go ride at the velodrome and, experience that. We try to give a lot of different options so that if you're seeking a great, true adventure experience, you can have that. Or if your adventure is, I just need to get out of the house, we have that for you too. So
yeah. And if you're just tuning in, we are talking with Adaptive Adventures today. Adaptive Adventures begins progressive outdoor activities with people who have physical disabilities and their families, regardless of location, equipment needs, or economic status. Adaptive Adventures will provide specialty bikes, incumbent bikes for you. So if you have a disability, don't let that hold you back. Definitely reach out to them. Go out to their website, adaptiveadventures.com. .org. They can also be found on YouTube and Facebook,
Instagram.
Instagram. And just get out there and have some fun. It's never too late. Any final words you guys want to share?
Yeah, and it's also for invisible injuries as well.
Yeah.
So don't forget.
Yep.
If you got mental illness,
Mm-hmm.
if you got PTS, if you got anxiety, severe depression, come on out. This is, for me personally, physical activity is the best therapy I've ever experienced.
Yes. Yeah.
The best. No offense to my therapist. No offense to my doc with all the
therapist
and all the no offense to my doc with all the meds you're pumping in me, but physical activity, camaraderie, interacting with others, that's the best therapy ever.
Yeah, and they meet you where you're at, So what about you, Erica? You want to share?
Well, they've changed my life. First time, it was my physical therapist that said, "You want to ride a bike?" I'm like, "I haven't been on a bike in 25 years. You're crazy." And so I went, and I'm like, "And it's in the morning." So
Oh, you're number one,
man.
Joel. You're always number
Were
one.
we still on the air with that? Okay, so this has been an amazing interview, guys. So Adaptive Adventures, again, they're located at adaptiveadventures.org. Reach out. We're going to put this in the chat. Thank you for joining us, Bradley, and Into the Weeds. Following us right now. Please tune in next week, where we'll be actually talking with a psychiatrist on brain mapping. This is a new technique that helps with anxiety, ADHD, PTSD, and we'll be doing that. And then we'll wish you all a Thanksgiving holiday after that. So thank you for tuning in and have a wonderful weekend.
Yeah, remember, we're here for you.
We're here for you, not for
us.
We're here
Giving
our
Veterans of
Voice. Yeah.
I chewed that up.
Yeah.
Thank
that
you.
turkey in your mouth.
Here's wishing you mental health or good mental health. Okay. Bye.
I forget that we're.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us, giving our veterans a voice.